Another message I want to give out today that's been on my mind is that there's nothing wrong with taking a break from social media and seeing everybody else's teachings, because the Most High said that He is our only teacher. I think it was in Matthew, I think chapter 23, if I'm not mistaken, when He was going in on the Pharisees. Can't remember which scripture it was, but He was really telling us that He is our teacher and not man. Because I was talking to some sisters in the faith that I'm really close with, and not gonna put their names out because I don't put people's business out there like that. That's not who I am and never will be. They're taking a big break off of it because when it comes to these devices and like our phones, our iPads, a lot of us don't know is that a lot of these devices, they keep us in straight bondage, and we are so glued to them. We're checking our emails, seeing who texted us, we're scrolling through social media. Heck, we're even checking our bank accounts now, because the internet is literally being ran in our everyday lives, and a lot of us have to rely on it. Like me, unfortunately, at my job, because I drive trucks, like I've told y'all, we have to I have to rely on it for GPS, because a lot of my routes, I don't be knowing where I'm going. So I gotta rely on the internet and my phone a lot of the times when it comes to that. Now, one thing on iPhone, if you go to your settings and you look at screen time and look at activity, you can see how many hours you've been on certain apps. I looked at mine, that junk said 7 hours. I'm like, wow. So if you can, well, matter of fact, this is a must. If you want to use social media like I am to try to get the messages out while also trying to help people in person, anyone that the Most High leads me to, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But we must keep a balance, because in Proverbs, I think chapter 11, verse 1, he says a false balance is an abomination to him. So we have to be able to balance all these things out when it comes to him. Our job, families, if you have that, your body exercise, because that's important, and then spending time with His Word and getting time and then spending a little bit of time on social media. My bad, y'all. During my walking trail, I was getting stared down by a raccoon. Man, them things are so vicious. But anyway, I want y'all to really think about that for a minute. Like, we are so glued to our phones, and sometimes we don't even realize it. Even if it's not just on social media, it could be on YouTube. It could be just doing any other normal things. Or if you say you got a business going, a lot of people have to when they're trying to run their business, they have to rely on their phones, etc. The thing is, the enemy, don't get me wrong, business and making money is good and all, but the enemy is so crafty at putting things, in our way to keep us distracted and not really focused on Him. Because the word says, for even He disguised Himself as an angel of light, even His ministers transform themselves as the ministers of righteousness. So a lot of the things that we see come in our path that look good, it could be something as of Him. So to conclude all this, y'all, try to keep it balanced as much as you can, because He doesn't want us to have a false balance. Because if you're spending that many times on your phone like I was for 7 hours, when I looked at my screen time, I don't know how Android does it, but when I looked at my screen time, most of it was spent on TikTok. We can't be doing that, so we must be mindful of what we get our attention to, of what we give our attention to for the most part of our life. It should mainly be praying and talking to Him and taking care of business and balance it all out, but mostly talking and praying to Him, because that comes first before anything. Just a little thought I want to give y'all. Y'all have a good night.